Hello and welcome back to Minstrels on the Block with special guest Brittany Avery. So Brittany, what is your most popular song of yours?
Okay, I'm probably under Brittany Avery. It's But I Don't Love You. Mm-hmm. That's been a very popular song, and that's probably that one from that one. So under that name, and I could tell you more about that song. There's a history with it. It's a personal song, and
would you like to share it?
Sure, I would love it. Heck, I'll tell you anything you want to know. My pant size, my weight, my height. I'm 6 feet tall. That song I wrote when I was 18 years old, and I had this guy, God bless his soul, bless his heart. That was a rough time for me. He fell in love with me, and he was one of my best friends, and Lord, I was a looker back then. I was a heartbreaker. I just tossed him to the trash can. Next, please. But I felt, for him, I loved him, but I didn't love him like I was supposed to. If I was going to date him, I think I should have loved him more. And the situation with that song is it weighed on my heart. It weighed on my mind constantly. And so, what am I going to do about this guy? So I wrote that song. I was like, I don't love you even though I wish I did. I want you to find somebody that will love you. Yeah. And so that song's based on that.
Wow. So an emotional time.
Yeah, very emotional time.
So now the music that you are a fan of, like if you're walking around your house doing whatever you do during the day, what are you most likely to be listening to?
Most likely to be listened to? Brantley Gilbert. I've been on a Brantley Gilbert kick. I guess I listen to underground music too. I like the 357 string band, and I listen to bluegrass, but you'll probably hear me making up my own music walking down the hallway. Start singing about the squeaky floor or how my job sucks for the day. But you'll probably Chris Knight, the Avett Brothers, that's Luke cool. Bryant lately. I've been listening to Somebody Else Calling You Baby, because I've been shouting that song. Who's calling you baby? Calling me. But that's probably what you're gonna catch me to, a variety.
That's cool. In coming to Columbus, what strikes you most about the music scene here?
Man, how everybody is. There's not a lot of gossip going on. Everybody's so interwebbed, I guess is the best word for it. We're all loyal to each other. Very opening arms is the music scene. They say, you play guitar? You think you can sing? You can sing 2 notes? Come on, we love you. Just come on over here, give us a hug. We'll accept you. And the acceptance and the support.
It's a very warm music scene, very warm.
Very warm. I love it.
What would you like to see, based on your experience so far, what would you like to see happen, or how would you like to see the music scene progress here in Columbus?
Oh, I would love to see it progress. I know right now, the only problem I really have with the music scene would be venues. And don't get me wrong, I just wish that the venues around town were more accepting to, just acoustic acts. Like if I wanted to go out and play a big bar, but I don't have a band. So that's a no for me. They're like, well, we wish you had a band. Well, some people can't get together a band. And I wish that's what I want to see. It's more venues taking in more people like myself and like Brian, trying to accept the solo artist and not just the bands. Cause
more of an intimate openness to a very strong focus on the art itself, and not necessarily the show, but the art itself.
Oh, yeah. Because if you get one good person in there, and they're pretty good, that would actually, I think, would help a whole lot. Like during the week, during the week, maybe the weekends, I could see the band, because I love to listen to bands. Heck, I want to go out and listen to Whiskey Ben or, someone like that, it's a big band. But other than that, during the week with the intimate setting, like you said, get to know your artist. I guess would be it, one-on-one. Because a lot of people don't get the opportunity to go out and play. And I want to see more opportunities and more people getting out there. Because I know out there in music world you can play guitar secretly, right? And you want to be on that stage.
Yeah, that actually brings me to a very important thing. What would you, as a performer who's traveled and toured, say to Johnny out there sitting there with his guitar, who hasn't made himself get out and play, maybe he, for whatever reason, insecurity or just doesn't know if he really wants to? Or what would you say to somebody who's a potential musician out there?
Get out there and do it. Don't be hard on yourself. Just because you think you sit in front of a mirror and you think you suck, you don't suck. Somebody else is going to like you. Somebody out there is going to appreciate what you're doing. And you're never going to get your music out there if you don't try.
That's right. Just do it.
Just do it. I do. I would love to see new musicians out there. Just because, like I said, you're hard on yourself and you think you're not that great, you inspire somebody else.
Yes.
And so I would tell you to come to open mic. Come to open mic nights. That is a big courage booster. And very, like I said, support, open arms. Nice. If you want criticism, we'll give it to you, but it won't be like, oh, dude, you suck. Don't get back up there. We'll just try to help you. Well, maybe if you tried this,
It'd be very positive.
Yeah, very positive feedback. Nothing like you would imagine. So, yeah, I'd say go to open mics, get started, and then once you get your stage performance and your courage up and confidence, I guess you need confidence, get out there and play venues. So
Exactly.
I think that would be the best advice I could give.
Now, you don't have a specific CD for sale right now. You've done some recording in the past. You want to tell me about that?
Oh, sure. I actually record at home with my little computer and built-in microphone. So you get your first take with me. If I record a song, you're going to get bad notes, you're going to get good notes, and you're going to get the wrong words that I didn't even write because I get nervous when I record. So I'll fumble through it and say, change the words real quick, and so you'll get me live. In other words, you'll get me as is.
Very real, very real.
Nope.
What would you like to see? How would you like to see your music progress? Where would you like to see your music go? What are your ambitions?
My ambitions. There's a lot of ambitions. Actually, I do want a real CD. I would love to have a produced CD. That's what I'm working hard again, to do right now. And I'd love to play festivals. That's something I want to get into. There's Frogtown's going on this year, and there's one more. Was it the Doonanny? Doonanny. Yeah, I want to play those kind of stuff. With the big crowds and musicians, so you can all collaborate together, meet new people because you're on stage and they might like you. They're like, hey, you got more friends. So, I want to see myself doing that and back on the road. I want to go back on tour. So I think at the end of April, I think I might be in Wisconsin, Milwaukee. Was it Milwaukee? No, I don't know. I don't know if that's even in Wisconsin. My geography is messed up. But I know I'll be in Chicago April 30th. So
cool.
And we're going up to, definitely going to Wisconsin. So
cool. Okay, so now that brings me to, here's where we get you to plug whatever you want to plug. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. So anything that you might like to talk about or that you'd like to recap on, tell everybody out there what you got going on or what you'd like to plug.
I've got a lot of stuff to plug. Are you ready for this? I'm just playing. SavingCountryMusic.com is actually something I definitely want to plug right now. It's a movement. It's education on country music, not mainstream. A lot of stuff you hear on the radio is pop, country, and it's not tradition. It's not nothing that you heard when country started. And we're actually pushing more to get tradition back and not over stuff that people pay $1 million and get their voice corrected on. Right. We're heartful soul. We're soul heart writing from the heart people, and we're pushing that. Is get back to tradition, get back to where your roots are, and not sing about. I guess you sing about whatever you want to. Technically, you can sing about whatever you want to, but not something you could throw out there and be poppy and move your hips to. I don't know. I don't think a country song on that you'll find with us is bootylicious, stuff like that. But countrymusic.com, savingcountrymusic.com. It's great to have interviews with artists that you've never heard of that will really, you'll get attached to. Right. And what's going on with the music, what drama's going on with Hank 3, stuff like that. And and they're very big promoters of individual artists like myself.
Excellent.
So push that. And Outlaw Radio Chicago. It's on, I think it comes on every Wednesday. It's also, you can find that off of savingcountrymusic.com. And Blue Ribbon Radio is it's all on the internet. Just look it up, Blue Ribbon Radio, and you'll find artists like myself, some people in the underground scene right now. So those are the three things I'd plug. So.
Cool. Well, we would definitely like to give Brittany a very warm thank you for being on the show. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, thank you. Thank y'all for having me.
We hope you have enjoyed this episode, and we hope that you have a good week, and we hope to see you next time.
This song right here is about a breakup that I went through. I had a boyfriend that was in the Army that moved away, and when he broke up with me, this song is the result of that breakup. So this is called With Your Goodbyes. One telephone call is all it took for you to be gone. And one goodbye is all it took to keep me hanging on. The sound of your voice told me not to give up hope. So maybe I thought it would be easier to cope with your goodbyes. With your goodbyes. So moving on to someone new, it isn't the hardest part. Just knowing that there's only room for one in my heart. So how can I love them the same way I loved you? Well, I could try, but that would be too hard to do. Because when you've loved someone more than yourself, when you put them in front of everything else, and getting used to being alone and gaining free time, know that's over and that you'll never be fine. So full of false hope and erasing memories you know you can't erase. And everything you see will ever remind you of their face. So maybe I thought it would be easier to cope with your goodbyes. With your goodbyes. So maybe with time I'll be able to act like I never cared. But it's a long walk from where I stand in there. Well, it's a long ways and a heartbreak from the truth. When all I ever wanted was to be in love with you. When all I ever wanted was to be in love with you. So maybe I thought it would be easier to cope with your good